Everything's this takes place of the active recovery workout.
Yeah, so it's either you do this or you do the active recovery. It's either one works. You know, oh, here's another guy. We got Matt joining.
We got Matt.
There's Matt. All right, so here it is. Here it is. We're going to kick off in a minute. Everyone set yourself up. Get yourself in some space. Matt, you can work out with your son if you want him to be a part of it too. I see him in the background. I think I see arms
I don't have a choice right now. But I do want him to be a part of it.
All right, awesome. So guys, you tell me, can you see me? Awesome.
Yes.
All right, great. So we got some light music going in the background so we can hear that. So where we're going to start hands and knees on the ground. So get yourself into a comfortable position wherever you can be. You should still be able to see me. If you cannot see me, you just let me know. We're going to start with some spinal circles. So we're going to start off hands and knees on the ground, hands directly over the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And from here, we're just going to go right into that cat position. Get up there and take a deep, deep, deep breath. And exhale it out and stay in that position. Then we're going to move into our cow position. Look up towards the sky, take a nice deep breath. And as we exhale, go back to that cat position. And a couple more times, we're going to move through it. Just focusing on breathing the entire time. Push away from the ground. Keep moving. One more time up into cat. We're going to pause in this cat position, and from here, we're going to make a nice circle. So from here, we're going to shift our to our side, towards our right. Then we're going to drop our belly down. Then we're going to shift to our left, and then we're going to come back up. So it's almost as if we're tracing a nice big circle with our spine. Trace that nice big circle. Keep it going. Trace that circle. Just get back up into that cat position. We're going to switch directions. Now we're going to the left. And dropping down. Going around. Feel all the pops and creaks. Notice you may have a little bit of a hard time going one direction over the other direction. And one more. Good, guys. What we're going to do from here is we're going to stay in that hands and knees position. We're just going to move our hand. So we're going to move our left hand so it's touching our right hand. From here, we're going to sit our hips back, and we're going to try to close off the angle on the right side. So we're just opening it up, just shifting our weight over from this side. You can see what it looks like. I'm just trying to really lean into that left side as I rock back. And this is dynamic. It's really getting into those lats. And you just want to keep breathing the entire time. Make sure you're leaning into that left side as you rock back. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So take that right hand, bring it over by the left side. We're going to rock back, sink all that weight into that right hip. Keep that right arm pinned by the left hand. Wow. We got 3. We got 2. We got 1. Awesome, guys. Now we're going to have those hands and knees. We're going to be in that same position. We're going to look forward, and we're going to do our rocks. So we're going to rock ourselves back. Keep that long spine looking up the entire time. Rock forward and back. Forward. Back. We got 10 of these. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. Good job. Really check in with your body. See how it's feeling as you are rocking through that range of motion. We're going to change our rock slightly now. Same idea, except we're going to focus on single leg rocks. Single leg rocks really allow us to get into one side at a time, and we're going to be doing some single leg squat variations. So this is a great way to prep your legs for this. So instead of having both legs spread, we're going to move one leg in. So my right leg is moving in, my left leg is moving back. So we're in this split stance position. So right leg in front, left leg in back. If I was to lift up the leg, I would be in this staggered stance position. From here, I'm going to rock my weight forward, rock my weight back. Forward, back. Now what we want to be aware of is what our hips are doing in space. Am I opening up? Am I dropping my hip down? Or can I keep it level? Ideally, we're keeping it level. Ideally, we're sinking our hips back so they come over that right ankle. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, guys. Now what we're going to do from this single leg rock is we're going to turn on our glutes. We're going to activate our glutes. How we're going to do this is we're going to take that left leg and we're going to bring it across. So one more time. So I'm here. I bring the leg across. So we got 5 across, 4 across, 3 across, 2 across, 1 across. Good. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. I'm going to keep that leg straight forward. I'm going to rock it back. Switch sides. So set yourself up on the left side. See if you can tap in, figure out what's going on. See if you notice a difference between both sides. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Keep that leg straight. And from here, we are going to bring it across to that left side and come back. Across. Is one side tighter than the other? Do you feel one side's glute kick on more easily than the other? Can you bring the leg further across on one side? That's one. Good job. From here, we're going to stay on our hands and knees. We're going to set ourselves up. Now, guys, you've already done it this week. You've done the bear when you've been doing the workouts. So you already know what this is. We're going to get into our A-frame. We're going to perform what's called A-frame repeats. So our hands are directly underneath our shoulders. Our knees are directly underneath our hips. And from here, we're going to raise our knees up, and we're going to push our butts up into the air. Push back. Get that butt up nice and high. Hold for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring those knees back down to the ground. Keep that long spine. And repeat. Push your butts up into the air, nice and high. Extend through those hips, through those legs. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself back down. Again, up. Back, butt up. And back down. And up. See what happens if you raise your heels even higher and push that butt up. Can you then lower the heels down a little bit more? And shift your weight back. 2 more, up. And back. Last one, up. Pause in this A-frame position. And from here, we're going to continue to push our butts up into the air. We're going to pull those ribs down so we're not dropping, right? We want to keep everything stacked in a nice straight line. And from here, we're going to take a step forward. So we're going to move our left hand forward. Right leg's going to follow. Keep it small. Right hand forward. Left leg follows. Keep that butt up nice and high in the air. Left arm forward. Right foot follows. Butt up nice and high in the air. Right hand, left foot. Now from here, we're gonna go in reverse. We're gonna keep it just as small. So have that left foot step back first, push through that left arm, right hand comes down. Push through that right hand, left foot, right foot goes back, left hand follows. So it's just opposites, right? We're moving opposites. Really try to keep that length, keep those hips up nice and high in the sky. And we're gonna go forward again. So left hand, right foot, butt up, pause. See if you can lower those hips a little bit more. Right hand, left foot, pause. See if you can lower that heel a little bit more and keep that butt up. Left hand, right foot, and reverse. Right foot back, left hand back. Left foot back, right hand back. And shake it out and slowly bring your knees down. Take yourself up. How's everyone feeling? Any questions, any concerns, any comments? Yes, Hillary.
When you're doing the leg across glute turn on,
Yeah.
is your foot touching the ground in the back or is it staying in the air the whole time?
So you can either touch your foot down or you can leave it up in the air. If you touch your foot down, that kickstand is going to help stabilize you. If it's easy for you, if you're like, I got this, and you want to challenge your core a little bit more, you can keep the foot up off the ground too. So it's all about stability in that position.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, one second. We have someone who is trying to join and they can't figure out how to get in. So hold that thought for 1 second. So you can set yourself up with a little space. We're going to be doing everything. We're going to be doing everything just body weight. We don't need anything more, anything less. Okay, great. So what we're going to be doing, one of my favorite movements, one of the best bang for your buck movements, and we're really focusing on lower body today. So what we want to create is we want to create stability and strength. So what we're going to be focusing on for our skills practice or for our practice in general is our front scale. Now, Hillary, you have experience with this from your gymnastics career. Matt, you might have done a little bit of work on this with your single leg work. Marissa, you've definitely done this before too, so this is going to be really fun because we're going to work on it. The first thing we want to do is we want to establish where our hips are in space. So if you need to use something like a wall, totally fine. If you're comfortable with your single leg balance, you don't need a wall. Either way, we're going to explore this. So we're going to start by gluing our left leg into the ground. We want to root ourselves down. To keep that leg nice and strong, we're going to push our big toe into the ground, and we're going to take those arms out to the side. We're then going to just be on our tippy toes of that right foot. So we're just kind of getting a feeling for that balance, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to push through that foot of the left leg, keep that nice tall spine, and then we're just going to point the toe of the right foot. Just point. So you gently take it off the ground. When you feel comfortable with that, if you feel like, oh, I have my balance, I know where I am in space, now we're going to lift our leg up slightly. So notice how my leg is bent here. I'm not even trying to extend it or keep it straight yet. I just want to see, where is my balance today? How am I doing? Can I lift that knee a little bit higher? Can I come up so I'm at 90 degrees, right? We want to know where we are in space. We want to know what our balance is for the day. We want to know where our compensations are. So if you're coming up and you notice that your left leg is bending, that means, oh, I'm borrowing my stability from somewhere else. We really want to work on keeping that leg locked out. We're slowly going to bring down that leg. Shake it out for a second, see how you're feeling. Yeah? We're going to do the same thing now on our right side. So we're going to root that right leg down into the ground. We're going to push that big toe into the ground. We're going to then shift our weight over so that there's barely any weight on that left side. And from here, without straightening the leg out, all we're going to do is point our toe. Point our toe and see if we can get that leg up off the ground. So we're here in this position. We're going to point our toe, see if we can get ourselves off the ground. Point our toe, see if we can get ourselves off the ground. And when I feel comfortable with that, when that leg is locked out and I'm keeping that tall spine, I'm going to pick that leg up off the ground. pick it up off the ground. How am I doing? Do I notice a difference in my ability to balance on the right side? Can I pick up that left leg higher so I'm at that 90-degree mark? Where am I? Is it okay here? Do I have that ability to balance? Can I lock that leg out a little bit more? Can I stay nice and high? Bring that leg back down. Did you notice a difference on each side? Usually there is a difference on each side, right? We have our areas that we prefer to be comfortable with. We're going to look at this one more time now, and now we're going to do exactly what Matt was doing before. Matt knows it. Matt knows what he was doing. We're going to try and look at this with a straight leg now instead of having that bent leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to root that left foot into the ground so it's nice and strong. We're going to pull those ribs down. We're going to keep those arms out at our side. And again, we're going to have the same idea of shifting the weight to our left side. Our right leg is slightly bent, but now what we're going to do is we're just going to extend our leg in front. So we're going to bend it. We're going to bring it to the front and extend it and point. So that foot is no longer in contact with the ground. It's nice and straight. It's locked out. From here, if you feel comfortable, slightly bend that knee and raise it up just a little bit more. I have more length here than I did the first time. We're going to keep holding. If you feel comfortable, let it come up a little bit more, but keep that knee slightly bent. See where you are. Can you come up higher? As you come up, can you keep that tall spine? Is that left leg bending? You want to keep it locked out. And then bring the leg down. Shake out that leg. See what you noticed, see what you felt while you were doing that, and we're going to do it on the right side now. So right leg rooted down into the ground, right big toe, pushing into the ground as much as we can. Arms out, extended. From here, shift that leg forward, slight bend, and point the toe. See if you can hold that position. Now when you do this, make sure that we aren't hiking the hips up. We want to keep those hips down level. Yeah. So again, extend our leg forward. See if you can bend that knee and raise the leg up a little bit higher. Raise it up a little bit higher and keep that leg slightly bent. Hold that position, own that position. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shake out those legs. Shake them out. Shake out those shoulders. What I want you to focus on this time, we're going to take the leg up a little bit higher now, and we're going to keep that leg a little straighter. What I want you to notice is, are you leaning back to be able to do it? And are you holding your breath while you do it? We want to be able to breathe the entire time. So the easiest way to breathe, smile. If you're not smiling, you're not breathing. So arms out, nice and straight. Left leg locked out. We're going to do the same idea here. We're going to slide that leg out, that right leg out, extend, and from here, keeping that leg straight, see how high you can lift it, and hold that position. Keep that hip level. Breathe. See if you can get a little bit higher. Imagine a string from the top of your head pulling you up, or in my case, my man bun pulling me up. And bring that leg back down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We're going to switch legs. Arms out at our side. Right foot planted. Push that big toe into the ground. Slight bend in that left leg. All the weight's on the right side. Extend that foot forward. Point. And keep that leg locked down. Begin to lift yourself up. I have a harder time on this side. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Keep that tall spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Very nice. How are you guys feeling? Thumbs up if you're feeling good. Thumbs up if your legs are waking up. So we have a fun little challenge now that we're going to try. We're going to perform this with a bent leg and then extend and try and hold the position that we are in. You're going to pick whatever height works best for you and allows you to keep those hips straight forward, the headlight straight forward, and the leg locked out. We're going to do 5 on each side, and then we're going to move on to the next skill. Okay? So arms out at your side. Left leg locked out, big toe pressing into the ground. Right foot lightly on the ground. From here, raise that leg up so you're bent as close to 90 degrees as you can get. And from here, extend the leg and hold. Bend the leg, bring it back in. That's 1. Extend the leg and hold. Bring it back in, that's 2. Extend the leg and hold. Bring it back in, that's 3. Extend the leg and hold. Bring it back in, that's 4. Extend the leg and hold at whatever height you are, right? It's okay if it's down here. It's okay if it's down here. We're working on really owning it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Shake it out, shake it out. Same idea on the other side. Plant that right foot into the ground. Drive that right big toe into the ground. Keep that nice tall spine. Extend those arms. Bend the left foot, left leg, and raise it up to wherever you can keep that right leg nice and straight. Hold that position, get nice and tall, and extend and hold, and bring in. That's 1. Extend and hold, bring in. That's 2. Extend and hold, bring it in. That's 3. Extend and hold, bring it in. That's 4. Extend and hold, whatever height. Lower if you need to keep that nice tall spine. Hold that same position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Excellent job. Shake out those legs. Shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. So what that front scale allowed us to do, it allowed us to fire that core, turn on the glutes, give us a little more proprioception so we're where we are in space. Now we're going to play and explore with that stability that we created. We're going to perform 5 of these on each side, and we're going to do 2 sets. It's called a stalled reverse lunge. I will demo it, and then we will do it together. Stalled reverse lunge. Can you see me? Thumbs up. Cool. A stalled reverse lunge. We're going to start, in this case, my left leg is on the ground. From here, I'm going to reach my arms forward, reach my leg back as far as I can go, delay it as long as I can, tap that toe down. If your knees allow it, come down to the ground. If not, you can stay in this position, right? So Kathy, because I know your knees, you can stay up off the ground. This will be okay. This might not feel great, so listen to your body. From there, you'll shift your weight forward and step back up. Okay, so we're going to stall it as long as we can before placing those toes down as our kickstand and before lowering ourselves into that lunge. Make sense? Excellent. So let's give it a go together. We're going to start our first 5 are going to be on our left side. Okay? So stand up nice and tall. Both arms reach forward. Shift the weight into that left leg. Reach that right leg back. Delay it as long as you can. Keep delaying. When you need to, place those toes on the ground. If you feel comfortable, lower that knee, bend, tap, shift the weight forward, stand up nice and tall. That's 1. Reach those arms forward. Keep reaching forward as you reach that right leg back. When you need to, touch those toes down. Bring that knee down if you can. Tap, shift the weight forward, stand up. That's 2. Arms forward. Reach back. Reach, 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 reach. Pause for an extra second. Tap that foot down. Knee comes down. Shift the weight forward. That's 3. 2 more. Reach that right leg back. Reach, 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 reach. A little further. A little further. Tap. Bring that knee down. Shift the weight forward. Stand up. That's 4. Last 1. Reach forward. Reach back. Reach, 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 reach. Tap. Bring yourself down. Shift forward. Stand up. Woo! Let's switch legs. Shake out that left leg. We got another try. Ready? So from here, right leg is in contact with the ground. Left leg is that kickstand that's in back. Reach the arms forward. Sit the butt back. Sit back further. Tap that toe down. Bring the knee down. Shift the weight forward. Stand up. That's one. Notice there's probably more stability or less stability on this side. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Touch those toes down. Knee down, shift the weight forward, stand up. That's two. Reach those hands forward. Sit that butt back. Delay it, delay it, delay it. Tap that toe down. Knee comes down, shift the weight forward. Stand up. It's three. Reach those hands forward. Sit that butt back. Tap that foot down. Sit down, shift the weight forward. Stand up, that's four. Last one, guys. Delay it as long as you can. Sit that butt back. The further you can sit your butt back, the more stability you create. Delay, delay, delay. Tap down. Sit that knee down. Shift the weight forward. Stand up. Shake out those legs. How you feeling? Easier to balance on one side than the other?
Yeah.
We're going to finish out this little block of leg exploration by winding the glutes. We're going to fire the glutes on because we have a bunch of leg stuff that we're going to do in the circuit that we're going to do. So we want to make sure that everything is turned on. So what we're going to do for this last round is we're going to perform the same kind of lunge. It'll be a little bit faster, but our arms, we're going to interlock our thumbs together, and we're going to reach across our body. So if I perform it on my right side, I'm going to do it facing forward so you guys can see a little bit better. As I come forward, my thumbs are interlocked. I'm going to reach across that front and stand back up. Okay? So delay, delay, delay. Reach across, come back up. So it's a little quicker, but you're really going to feel your glutes kick on. Whenever we have no stability, internally rotate towards that leg, and you'll find that you have more stability. It's a fun little hack you can do. It also makes it much harder to do, too. So, ready? Here we go. We have 5 on each side. Nice and quick. Reach back, rotate, step up. 1. Reach back, rotate, step up. 2. Back, rotate, 3. Back, rotate, 4. Back, rotate, 5. Excellent, guys. Let's switch legs. Ready? Reach back, rotate, up. 1. Back, rotate, 2. Back, rotate, 3. Back, rotate, 4. Last one, guys. Back, rotate, 5. Feel a little different, right?
Yeah.
So now, what I would like you to do is grab some water for yourself, take a quick drink. So the way it's going to work, the way this next round is going to work, if you can see me, is we're going to do 4 movements. 4 movements, each of them are going to be 30 seconds. We'll make it through the entire round, and then we'll rest for a total of 60 seconds before going right back into the circuit. Cool? At any point, you can stop during the movement that we're doing. I'm going to show you some alternatives that you can practice too. The alternatives are there in case something doesn't feel right, in case you were tired, right? So we have a couple different options. The first movement we're going to do are alternating reverse lunges. Alternating reverse lunges, it's adjustable. Go down as low as you feel comfortable going down. Kathy, for you, because of your knees, you don't have to go all the way down. A partial is still a fantastic place to be. So alternating reverse lunges, our arms are going to reach forward. Very straightforward. Kathy, for you, it might be this. The key is you want to sit your butt back as far as you can on both variations. It's going to recruit more of your glute. Basically, it's going to fire your butt. You're going to have more stability. So that's number 1. Number 2, You have two options for this one. You're either going to hold what's called a static beast, or you're going to perform bird dogs. Static beast, hands and knees are on the ground. I'm going to look forward, and all I'm going to do is push through everything. So I'm pushing through my arms, pushing through my legs, heels track back, and my knees slightly lift off the ground. Just high enough so that I can slide a piece of paper under it. You'll be holding that for 30 seconds. At any time you get tired, you can put your knees down and go right back into it during that time. If that does not feel comfortable, if that does not feel stable, bird dogs. You'll extend opposite limbs. Left arm forward, right leg back, and down. Right arm forward, left leg back. Yeah? So the purpose of this guy, we don't want to be doing this. Hollow. So pull those ribs down, create that length, and come down. So you can do either one of those exercises. Okay? So first is reverse lunges. Second is static beast or bird dog. Third is lateral lunge. For your lateral lunge, you have two options. You can have your legs staying in a separate position, or you can step into the lunge. It's alternating sides. So for those 30 seconds, we're going to be going on each side. Okay? So here, I'm here. I come up. Here, I come up. That's option one. Option two, step apart, step apart. Step apart, step apart. Yes? So you choose what feels more comfortable for you. The fourth thing we're going to do is a loaded beast to a step, a forward step. So we did this static beast. So a loaded beast is just this. We're going to rock our hips back, and then we're going to step forward. So one more time from the front. You rock our hips back. We step forward. That hand of the leg that steps forward comes off the ground. We can bring it into our chest. We can take it up. Rock back. Knees are off the ground. Step forward. Rock back. Step forward. So opposite limbs are moving. 30 seconds, and then we rest. Does it make sense? I'll also be watching and be able to help if you have a specific question. Can't see your leg on that. Yes, love it. So, you tell me if you can see this a little bit better now. Can you see me better now? Rock back. If I go, rock back. Knees off the ground. If that's not comfortable, you can put your knee on the ground too. You can keep your knees down the entire time, but ideally, knees are off the ground. Step forward. Any other questions about those moves? Great. So here we go. I'm going to put the music up a little bit louder. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, cool. All right, great. So here it is. I'm setting my watch. 30 seconds. We're going to be alternating legs for reverse lunges, sitting your butt back. 3, 2, 1, go. Step back. Alternate those legs. Be sure you're controlling your breathing while you're doing it. Sitting your butt back as you reach those arms forward, just like those delayed lunges. Make sure that you're always coming down with control. It's not about how fast you're doing the movement. It's about how controlled you're doing the movement. It's not about how far you're stepping back, how controlled you're doing. Finish it out. Excellent. We're going to switch now. Hands and knees on the ground. You're either performing static beast or you are doing bird dogs. 3, 2, 1. Knees off the ground. Holding that static position. If at any point you need to put the knees down, go for it. Put the knees down. Look forward to create that length through the spine. Excellent, guys. Keep holding. Hold that position. Push through those arms. Elbow kicks forward. Knees off the ground. Just high enough so I can slide that piece of paper. 3, 2, 1. Slowly get yourselves up. You have two options here. Legs are separate or you're stepping into your lunge. I'm going to perform the leg separate version first, so you guys can follow along here or do the stepping version. 3, 2, 1. Arms forward, shift your butt. Come back up. Alternate sides. That's it, guys. Reach. Big idea here, sticking your butt back nice and far as you reach those arms forward. That's right. Sit that butt back. Come up. Can you keep a taller spine? If you're coming down lower, does that mean you're rounding? Or does it mean you can stay up the whole time? Last one. Step up. Excellent, guys. We're going to do our loaded beast to our step through. Loaded beast to our step through. Set yourself up. 3, 2, 1. Load back. Step forward. Bring it right back. Step forward. Bring it right back. That's it, guys. Stretch out those hips. Make sure that that arm is stable, it's locked out. Excellent, guys. Rest. Very good. Shake it out. Shake it out. How's everyone feeling? Feeling okay? Got another 20 seconds, guys. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Yes. Hillary, take your hands further away from your body if you are having a hard time straightening out that leg. Cool. That was for the loaded beast to step through. All right, Matt. Bye. All right, ready, guys? We're going to go for those reverse lunges. In 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Step back. Alternate those legs. Challenge for you. Can you reach across your body as you step back? What does that change? Reach across. Exactly. That's it, guys. Keep reaching across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Get to that beast position. Hands and knees on the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that beast position. Now, challenge for you as you're holding this position. Can you move your weight around? What happens if you shift it forward? What happens if you shift it around into the back? Can you have stability in each of these positions? What happens if you shift it all the way back? What happens if you shift it all the way forward? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, guys. Get yourself standing up. Standing up again. You choose. Are you going to be stepping side to side, or are you going to be staying in the static position? Either one works. So 3, 2, 1. Step into your lunge. With the back center. Alternate sides. Back center. Now what happens here, if when you go to the side, you reach across that body. You reach across. What changes? What happens if you reach up higher? You might notice that it feels good through your hips because you're reaching higher, you're able to get more rotation. Last one. And back center. Set yourself up. Loaded beast to step through. So here's a great way to set up, Hillary. Start in this static position. Walk your hands further forward so you can sit your butt back. That's your starting position. 3, 2, 1. Bring the weight forward. Step forward. Keep stepping forward, guys. How soft can you make it when you step forward? Can you look forward when you step forward? Last one. Excellent, guys. Pop yourself back. Shake it out. Grab water if you need to grab water. Excellent. Glad that helped, Hillary. You got 5 seconds. Get yourself set up. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge. What happens if you reach up on these reverse lunges? Do you have that stability? Does it become harder? Is that too much for you? If it's too much, you can bring the arms down lower. It was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in. Shadow windows and keep going, guys. 5 seconds. People couldn't believe what I'd become. 2, 1. Excellent, guys. We got our beast position. Taking my glasses off. I'm a sweaty mess. All right, ready? Hold that beast position. 3, 2, 1. Knees up off the ground. Can you push away from the ground even more? What happens if you pick your knees up a little bit and then bring them down a little bit slow? Back to that starting position. Pick the knees up. Slowly bring them down to that starting position. Knees up. Slowly back down to that starting position. And bring those knees down. Stand up. We have our lateral lunges. In 3, 2, 1. Reach across. Get back together. And again, if you're getting tired now, and you notice your form is breaking down, it's okay. Keep those legs stationary. You can get the same benefits, just with an increase in stability. Because if we're making the movement harder, it doesn't mean that it needs to be harder. It means that you're ready for that extra challenge of control. And pause, and we're gonna load that beast to unloaded beast. Hands and knees on the ground. Walk those hands a little further forward. 3, 2, 1. Load, unload, step forward. Right back. Can we increase the tempo a little bit? Are you able to demonstrate as much control if we're getting faster? What happens if we slow it down? Are we able to slow it down as much as possible? Can we have variety? Can we do one fast, step back, one slow? And rest. All right, guys, we got one more round. One more round, shake it out. Shake it out, guys. Shake it out. We're going to challenge our tempo on this last set of reverse lunges. We're going to play between going fast and going slow. Just like we did for those loaded beasts to unloaded beasts. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's pick up that tempo. Reach across your body. Knees don't slam the ground. Knees tap. Slow it down. How slow can you go? Pick up the tempo. And switch. We're going to go to our loaded beast position. Our static beast position. 3, 2, 1. Hold that position. Push away from the ground as much as you can. If you're feeling up for the challenge, see what happens if you take a hand off the ground and bring it back down. Hand off the ground. Bring it back down. Can you keep your lower body level? Or are you taking it away and noticing that you're twisting? You don't want that twist right now. Excellent, guys. Get yourselves back up standing. 3, 2, 1. Lateral lunge. Go for it. Can you go a little bit deeper into that squat every time? Keep it going. Reach across that body. Sit, guys. Reach across that body. And bring it down. Last set of loaded beast to unloaded beast, or loaded beast to step through. A great way to do it. Walk your hands forward, right? So we can figure out that space. 3, 2, 1. Load to explode. Let's keep the tempo up for this last round. Keep that tempo up. What happens if we take the arm and reach it up? Does that change the movement? Bring those hands and knees down. Catch your breath. You guys made it. You made it. You got a little bit of a finisher. A little bit of a finisher. So we got a 30-30 finisher. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We're gonna go through it. Marissa, pick a number between 1 and 5. 4? All right, that's how many times you guys are doing the finisher. 4 times. What it is, it's very straightforward, the movements that you've done before. Kathy, I'm going to show you adjustments. Hillary, I'll show you adjustments if your Achilles is bothering you, if your knees are bothering you. We're going to do one monkey to the side. We're going to perform a squat, come back up. Another monkey to the different direction, a squat, and come back up. We're pretty much going to stay stationary. But what the challenge is we want to recruit as much musculature of our hips as possible. For our knees and such, we can adjust the height that we're going. So here's what it looks like. If you can come all the way down into your squat, can you see me? Thumbs up. Excellent. Hands come down. One knee replaces the other. Bring my hands forward. Step up. Back down. Hands down. Hop. Step up. Back down. If you cannot lower all the way down, totally fine. Here. One hand down, other hand down. Step the foot in, step the foot out. Step up. Come back down. So watch one more time, Kathy. One hand down, the other hand down. I'm not even hopping. I'm stepping one foot in, stepping the other foot out, stepping up. Yeah? Well, that's a nice way to keep those knees happy. Hillary, you can adjust your height based off how your Achilles and how your hip is feeling. Cool, guys? You got 30 seconds on and 30 seconds rest and right back into it. Find your height. 3, 2, 1. Squat it down. Up. Down. If I was to be in the room with you, I wouldn't hear your feet touch the ground. If I hear your feet, that means you need to pick your hips up higher and push through the arms a little bit more. And rest, 30 seconds. Now added challenge. 2 squats. 1 monkey, 2 squats. 1 monkey, 2 squats. Yeah? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start off with our 2 squats and go down, up, down, monkey, up, down, monkey, up, down, monkey, up, down, monkey. There you go, guys. Good, guys. Last squat, and up, and rest. 30 seconds. Shake it out. Keep your body moving. Don't sit statically. Keep the blood flowing through your body. Keep everything going. Challenge, 3 squats, monkey, 3 squats. Or you can stick with 2, or you can stick with 1. 3, 2, 1. 3 squats. 1, 2, 3. Monkey. Up. 1, 2, 3. Monkey. Up. 1, 2, 3. Stay down. Monkey. 1, 2, 3. Monkey. Good job, guys. 30 seconds. Everyone feeling all right? Excellent. All right, guys, so here's what it is. You either got 4 squats and monkey, 3 squats and monkey, 2, 1. You pick what you want. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, guys. Time is up. Give yourselves 5. Snaps, claps. Excellent work. Excellent work. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do some stretching. And then we're going to do a little final meditation that kind of sit. You listen to it. Turn your screen off, put headphones in, whatever works for you. Sound cool, guys? Yeah. Excellent. Take another second. Grab that water. You'll be able to see me down here. That's where I'll be living. I'm going to switch the music so we're not having a rave while we try to stretch. All right, guys. So we're going to start. We're going to be sitting on the ground. You see me? Thumbs up. Excellent, guys. We're going to be working on our modified pitching because we did a bunch of squats. So we want to make sure that we're stretching everything out here. So I'm going to face this way so you can see where I am. You've been doing this stretch for a while now, so you know what best feels in your body. But you can adjust that back leg in if you need to. You can move that front leg in if you need to. Ideally, this front leg is close to 90 degrees. This back leg is also close to 90 degrees. From here, we're going to place our hand on our ankle that's in front. Our other hand is to the outside so that we can shift our weight over that thigh. From here, we're going to shift our weight forward as far as we can go while keeping a tall spine. And we're just going to hold at our end range right now. Just so we can kind of get a little bit of a stretch, not that we're rushing into anything. And from here now, we're going to perform dynamic contractions. Dynamic contractions, we're going to push our knee into the ground to pick ourselves up. And then we're going to push our butts back and pull our belly buttons forward to go forward. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. And we shift our weight a little further forward. See if you can get your bodies to come a little further forward. Keep that spine nice and long and let that belly button come forward. I'm just going to hold that position. For about 15 seconds. Deep breath in. Out through the nose. And another set of dynamic contractions. Drive that knee to the ground, pick yourself up. Let yourself come further forward. Push yourself away from the ground. Come forward. To let you know, I could do this without my hands on the ground. That's how I know I'm actually pushing through my leg. So it's not really that we're using our arms for everything. Our leg is helping us do all of the work. The hands are just there as a kickstand. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Pull yourself a little bit deeper into it. Shift that weight forward. Belly button comes forward. Pull yourself a little bit deeper into it by trying to lift that leg up off the ground almost. And hold. If you are in that end range, I want to challenge you, if you can, if you feel comfortable, open up that back leg a little. But still keep your weight shifted forward. You should feel a bigger stretch in that glute. Got for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Push into your knee to bring yourself up. Bring that trail leg in. We're going to switch sides. I'll do this one facing forward. We'll angle this way. One side will be tighter than the other. That's okay. We're set up in this position again. We're lifting our chest up. Shift that weight forward and find where the stretch is for you. Find where that stretch is. Everyone's going to be different. Breathe in that position. You shift your weight side to side to see where the tightness is. For me, I have to be rotated in a little bit more to feel it on my right side. Everyone's going to be different. Things to avoid or things to notice and want to avoid are pins and needles. If there's any pins and needles or sensations like that, you've got to pull out of the stretch a little bit. Went too far in. So ready? Dynamic contraction. So from here, drive that knee into the ground, push ourselves up. Let ourselves come forward by pushing our hips back. That's 1. Up. Forward. That's 2. Up. Forward. That's 3. Up. Forward. That's 4. Up. Forward. 5. Up. Forward. 6. Up. Forward. 7. Up. Forward. 8. Up. Forward. 9. Up. Pull yourself forward, further forward. Sit into that stretch. We're here for about 20 seconds. See if you can lift your chest up a little bit taller and push your butt back a little further. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Same contractions. Drive through that knee to come up. Push the butt back. That's 1. Up. Butt back. 2. Up. Butt back. 3. Up. Butt back. 4. Up. Butt back. 5. Up. Butt back. 6. Up. Butt back. 7. Up. Butt back. 8. 9. 10. Let your weight come further forward. Try to pull that leg up off the ground as you push your butt back. If you feel comfortable in this position, you can open up your trail leg slightly to get an even deeper stretch. Deep breath. And exhale. Deep breath. And exhale. Deep breath. And exhale. Walk yourself up. Shake out that legs. And shake out the legs. We're going to get in our half kneeling position. We're going to get into our hip flexors now because we showed them oh so much love during this workout. So you can choose which leg you want in front. I'm going to put my left leg in front. I'm going to move it out a little bit wider than my hips so I have increased stability. From here, I'm going to take my hips, send them back. Now I'm going to tuck them really tight up towards the sky. Pull that hip flexor up. Squeeze everything tight, 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 tight. This is a variation on the hip flexor stretch. It's going to be a little more intense. We're going to shift our weight forward while keeping our hips tucked. And then we're going to pull ourselves out of it by driving that knee into the ground, almost as if we were trying to take this knee and lift it up to knee someone in the face. That's the action that's happening. So again, I'm tucked in this position. I shift my weight forward. I pull myself out of the position. So shift my weight forward, pull myself out. Keeping the ribs pulled down, hips facing forward. So that's forward, out, that's 3. Forward, out, 4. Forward, out, 5. Keep everything tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Challenge here, see if you can shift your weight further forward without untucking that hip. Should be a deep stretch there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next set of dynamic contractions, pull yourself out. Forward, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let your weight shift even further forward. See if you can keep that lower back from swaying by pulling those hips up towards the sky. We got 10 seconds. 9, 8, squeeze your butt tighter. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of the stretch by pulling yourself out of it. I'm gonna switch legs. How's that feeling, guys?
Okay.
Same idea here. Show you from this side so you can see what this side is doing. I'm gonna take that right foot. I'm gonna move it slightly wider than my hip so I have more stability. I'm gonna untuck my hip. I'm gonna tuck my hip. I'm gonna untuck. I'm gonna tuck my hip. That tucked position is where we wanna be. Create that tall line through our spine. Pull those ribs down. Dynamic contraction. Pull myself forward. Pull myself out. That's 1. 2. Keep squeezing that butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sink a little bit deeper into it. Keep those hips tucked. Pull yourself a little bit deeper into that stretch. Deep breath. Next set. Pull yourself out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sink deeper into it. Tuck those hips a little bit more. Pull those ribs down. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slowly pull yourself out of it. We have 2 stretches left. We're gonna sit on our butts. We're gonna stretch out and open up our chest, our upper chest, because we spend so much time on our hands. This is the lounge chair stretch. You have 2 options for your hands. I like hands facing forward because it forces you to really open up your chest. So you can either have your hands facing forward or you can have them facing back. Facing forward is my favorite. We're gonna roll our shoulders back and down. We're gonna lift our chest up towards the ceiling as high as we can, proud as we can. And then we're gonna bend those elbows and continue to scoop the chest up as we bring our butt a little further forward. You feel a stretch across the front of your chest, up into maybe your traps, your shoulders, depending on where your tightest. Now, we want to keep our chest in this position the entire time. The dynamic contraction here is lifting the chest while slightly bending the arms and then pushing away. So bend the arms, push away, that's 1. Lift that chest, push away, that's 2. Lift that chest. Keep that chest in the same position as you bend the arms. 3, 4, scoop that chest up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Scoot that chest up a little more. See if you can scoot your butt a little further forward, keeping your chest in that same proud position. In that position, keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Next set of dynamic contractions. Bend those elbows, keep the chest up. 1, 2, 3. Push those hands into the ground the whole time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10, keep those elbows bent. Lift that chest a little bit higher. Push your hands into the ground while bending those arms. Lift that chest proud. And hold that position. Pushing through those arms. If you can move your butt a little further forward, great. Keep bending those arms, pushing through those fingers, pushing through those palms as you bend the arms and lift the chest. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the ground, push away, slowly come out of it. Last stretch, guys. Straighten those legs out. You're going to bend the right knee, tuck into the leg. You're going to take that right hand planted right outside your body. Roll those shoulders back and down. Keep that tall spine. No rounding in the lower back. If you're rounding in the lower back, that means the leg is too close. So take that left arm, bring it across your body. Chest comes up, lift the chest up. You should already feel a stretch in this position if you're lifting the chest up, right? The dynamic contraction here is I am pushing my arm into my leg and my thigh is pushing back into my arm. So it's almost like I'm trying to create rotation. That's it, guys. So ready? Dynamic contraction. Push that arm into the thigh, rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift your chest up a little bit taller. See if you can almost pull that arm off the leg by rotating a little more, but you're keeping that arm in contact. Just to give you a little bit of feedback. Roll that shoulder back and down. Lift that chest up a little higher. Deep inhale into the diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate a little bit further. Inhale. As you exhale, rotate a little further. Excellent, guys. Slowly take a counter twist. So take that left hand off. Bring it to the other side. Counter twist. Excellent. You're going to take that right leg, bring it straight forward. Left leg slightly bent. Plant that left arm. To hold that position, roll that shoulder back and down. Hand comes across. Right hand comes across. Spine up. Again, from this angle, you can see it a little differently. We're going to perform those dynamic contractions. So pull across. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold that position. Deep breath in. As you exhale, rotate a little further, keeping that tall spine. Hold that position. Deep breath in, deep inhale. As you exhale, rotate a little further into that position. And hold. Take that hand up, counter twist. So if you've ever taken yoga before, if you've ever done anything like that, you're going to move into your Shavasana position. You're going to lay flat on your back, corpse pose, and we're just going to close our eyes for a second. I'm going to lead you through a little bit of a meditation, a little bit of a way to down-regulate your body after all the incredible hard work you have done. So you can find yourself laying flat on your back. Legs can spread open, feet can turn out. I'm just going to increase the volume. Focus on your breath. As you inhale through your nose, focus on the cold air coming in through your nostrils. Trace it as it goes all the way down into your diaphragm, all the way down into your hips. And follow it as it exits through the nose again, that warm sensation. Keep tracing that breath. Trace it, see where it takes you. Starting at the top of the head. Scan. It's almost like you're performing a X-ray. Make note of each feeling along the way. Feel the sweat on your brow. Feel the tension in your neck slowly begin to release. Feel the shoulders melt and sink into the ground. Feel the chest begin to lift as you create length through the spine. If you notice any areas of tension, just make a note of it. You don't have to fix it. It doesn't have to be different. It just gets to be. And that's the amazing thing about every single moment. You're not always going to have the answer. You're not always going to have the solution. But what you can do, what you can find, comes from living within that moment, being within that moment, whatever it might be. As you move further down, let that breath that you take through your nose travel down into your hips. And as that air travels down into your hips, focus on seeing a thin prick of light. Thin, yellow beam of light. Slowly exiting your body and coming back into your body. Every time you inhale, that light becomes more intense, more warming, more soothing. Every time you exhale, you feel the warmth spread through your body. That warm, glowing light begins to shift all the way down into your thighs, into your calves, into your feet. Your body slowly fills up from that warm, yellow light. The glowing light begins to pass up. You feel it fill into your hips. Pause for a second and let that warm, yellow light fill your hips. Continue to inhale and exhale. Take in that warm light as it fills your stomach. Inhale and exhale. The warm yellow light fills your ribs, fills your chest, fills your shoulders, comes down through the arms. Let that warm light pour through your body. Move down the arms into the fingers. Feel the warmth in your fingertips. The light continues to spill into your neck, into your jaw. Feel the warmth begin to soothe that tension that you're holding in your jaw. Feel it wrap around every inch of you. It begins to cover your brain. Let that warmth pour out of you until there's not an inch left of you that does not have that warm yellow light. As you inhale, repeat to yourself, I am safe. I am at peace. I am free. I am safe. I am at peace. I am free. I am safe. I am at peace. I am free. And now, release the yellow light. Let it spread out. Let it fill up the room you're in. Let it spread out to those in your life who need that light. Let it spread to them. Let them feel the warmth, feel the peace, feel the security, feel the love. Understand that the way the world works is it's all connected. What we put out comes right back to us. It's a ripple effect. For these last few seconds, release from anything you're focusing on. Don't worry about it. If the mind wants to have wandering thoughts, let it have wandering thoughts. Just let it be. And slowly begin to wiggle your toes. Begin to smell and connect with whatever smells in the room with you. Wiggle those fingers. Gently open the eyes. And roll to your side when you are ready. Take your time. Don't get up too fast. Take your times. Take a brief stretch before you move. Right on. Excellent work, guys. How are you feeling? You can unmute yourselves. You could talk for a second before we wrap things up.
I feel like I was able to go, in all honesty, after we did like all the leg lifts and stuff like that. Once we like did the circuit, I was like, wow, I feel like I can go so much deeper into these right away than like what I normally do during the week. It was like I felt already, I don't know, my body was so ready. And I know like I've done your mobility stuff before and I felt that way. So it was just like really nice. Like I just like felt like I could go further and like not push myself like an
Nice.
X5.
Great, yeah. A lot of that work is just from creating a little more stability and a little more activation before going into it. You guys, the movement prep that you have in every session, if there was something in here that you liked, take it and put it in there. Like, it's totally fine. That stuff is kind of just there. I know it's a baseline. It'll make you feel really good and prepared for the session. But if there's something that you do, like that you do a little differently and you're like, this feels really good, it helps me, go ahead. Feel free to insert it. How are you feeling, Hillary?
I was like in deep, like, I'm at peace moments. I'm like, where am I? But with the way things were formatted today, there's such a clear difference in stability between my right ankle and my left ankle still. Marissa, I don't think you may not know, but I had ankle surgery over a year ago now, but I'm having recurring Achilles tendonitis off and on in that ankle. And it was like unbelievable, because I've noticed it before when I do the reverse lunges, like it's harder on one side than the other. But even like today, the tempo, going slow was harder, going faster was harder, reaching to one side. It was like, oh, I could do this all day on the other side. But on the, it was a huge difference. So something to continue working on.
Yeah, and now you have a little bit. It's interesting that it was even harder when there was the aid of like that internal rotation, because that can help. But what it also does is it makes the arch of your foot have to lift up.
Yeah.
And if there's any sort of compensation in that arch of the foot, if you have flat feet, if there's just anything, right? So that's also why the stability is like there. So it's interesting because you can totally use that in any sort of, any of the movements that are really programmed that you've been doing. It's literally like, oh, what happens if I slightly like turn my foot in? What happens if I slightly turn it out? Does that make the movement harder, easier, especially for single leg movements? That's something that's usually overlooked by people. Like, what am I doing? So we can bias the movement by having internal rotation. That helps us lift the heel, lift the arch. So it's possible for anyone with flat feet. It is. You just have to start to train the feet to want to respond to that. That's why we dig the big toe into the ground too.
Yeah. And I think too, with in Project Align and Alive, I was like, oh, I found the tempo that works for me to be able to do the movement. But there has to be a good balance of doing the tempo that works so you can do the movement well, and sort of varying and challenging the tempo and the reach and all of that to show like, you still have some instability in that side. Here's where we're showing it to you so that now you can work on it, versus being like, oh, at this easy tempo, oh, this is good to go now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And when you notice when you have that stability, that means your body's actually working, and that's how you build it back. How are you feeling, Kathy? How is everything? I had to mute you because there was some just reverb. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I was late. So first of all, Chris, I just want to say that I think this is a fabulous addition to Project Aligned and Live. I love the live. I mean, I think this is great. And I also love the meditation at the end. So thank you for that. That was, because when you do these exercises, like you're always not quite sure. And then so I was always checking back with you or checking with Hillary, I could see everybody and see what everybody is doing. So that was really very helpful. I'm very tired today. So I have to give myself a win for getting up and doing this, because I didn't get much sleep. We were too busy partying last night for the first time.
Yeah.
Having friends over for the very first time in over a year. And it was like, oh my God, it was so much fun to see people. So I did get up and I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did. But I think it was really great. My knees are definitely bothering me a little bit more this week because I was physically doing digging and all that other good stuff. But I appreciate the modifications because that helps me to remember, like, okay, you don't have to do this all.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was great. Thank you.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah. I'm super excited. This is really fun. I love being virtually in person with people. It always makes me happy, and I forget, I've spent so much time like traveling and teaching. That was like a large majority of what I was doing for a long time, and I kind of stepped away from it. So this is such a blast to be able to do. So we're going to do it again next Saturday. I know it's Labor Day or Memorial Day, one of those days. Yeah, I never remember which it is.
It's Memorial Day weekend, but Memorial Day is Monday.
Okay, cool. So we're still gonna do like 8 a.m. We'll do it, get it done. You'll have the rest of the day, go barbecue, go have fun, and depending on what people need, I write these classes off what I'm noticing throughout the week. People are posting in their workout logs or something. So if there's something that needs a little more attention, something, right, it'll be in the workout for next week too. Cool?
Thank you.
Not necessarily. Oh, everybody had questions at the same time. Go ahead, everybody else.
Go ahead, Hillary.
I was just going to ask you if at some point you can give a little bit of information about the pins and needles feeling. I've never felt that before, but I did feel it today.
Cool.
And so I was just curious at some point.
Yeah. So sometimes what that can be is if you are in a stretch, any stretch, it doesn't have to be any of these, and you feel pins and needles, you could be stretching a nerve.
Okay.
You could also be just too far into a stretch. Like you notice, like when you back off the stretch, you're like, oh, I still feel the stretch.
Yeah.
So you could also just be moving into a range of motion your body's not ready for, but usually it means you're stretching a nerve. So that means you can adjust your hands further apart. It means you can put your body in a different position slightly. But pins and needles is usually a nerve.
Okay.
And because you'll notice when you hold it a really long time and then you come out, it's like, oh, here's all the blood flow again.
Yeah.
Like that's what happens. So we want to try to avoid that if you're going too far into a stretch. Any other questions, anything? Marissa, you had something you wanted to say and then you muted yourself.
I was just saying thank you.
You're welcome. Kathy, you have anything you want to say before we finish? You're on stairs, so be careful. Okay. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go hang out with my crazy son and my beautiful wife, and we're going to have an amazing day. All right?
Thank you.
Bye, guys.